Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At InChain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Good afternoon, everybody. It looks like we are live. I don't know how long this show is going to last for because I've had to do some jiggery pokery with the RAM memory on my computer. So hopefully we'll get through it today, but we'll see. Let's just crack on with it. Just going to plug my headphones in 2 seconds. There we go. I always feel more wide in and focused when I'm all set up, rocking and rolling. Right, here we go. So let's get through this. Hey, Richard Leach in the house already. Yo, great stuff. Right, yeah. So the reason for any newbies watching this show, and there are going to be loads, thousands piling in the near future. We broadcast live on Twitch every day, live at 5. The reason we're on Twitch is because YouTube have tried to ban my channels. They took 2 of my channels down. Then they prevented me from editing my shows and they deleted episodes. I was just like, this is absolutely insane. This is everything that is wrong with big tech. So now we'll do a variety of platforms, broadcasting live on Twitch TV. We'll upload the trailer onto YouTube and then we'll put the full episode up onto Streamanity, where you can upload your content and set your own fee dependent on what you think of the quality. There we go. So let's just crack on with it quickly. These are the images I like to start off with. So they're like little kind of like introductory images that people need to know, obviously when they're first getting into the Bitcoin that we know about. So this is the current situation with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has just simply scaled massively. Bitcoin has got smart contracts applications on its platform. Bitcoin can do everything. It is the world's greatest money. It is programmable money, like they call Ethereum, but we know Ethereum is a bag of shit. It is a store of value, just like they call BTC, except Bitcoin is all of those things and more. It is cash. It is a peer-to-peer, electronic cash system where the data is a commodity. Well, the actual commodity is sovereignty over our data. It is data sovereignty commoditized in the form of an electronic coin, which is Bitcoin, which is why Bitcoin is likely to become the most valuable thing in the world. Yeah, we'll go over that in just a minute, but let's have a quick look at this CoinCrack market. But before we do that, or when that comes up, before we do that, let's remind ourselves, what does it shitcoiners say?
Hey, hey, hey.
Just stay away from anybody who says that or sounds similar to those two. Right, so as you'll see on this coin crap chart, every single cryptocurrency listed on here other than Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, which is BSV, and Litecoin, they are all securities. Every single one, which means all of them have absolutely zero value. And the reason I've got a piece of shit, as in like the result of Litecoin, is because Charlie Lee told everybody he created it, which is what discredits it, because that is your central point of influence. He started it. So if he started it, that means that he has not created anything that either the American government or the Chinese government could just simply start themselves. There is nothing unique about the Litecoin network. But what's unique about the Bitcoin network is its neutral growth. So if you want to see, let's have a listen to what Charlie Lee said about Litecoin. Just feast you up. Have a listen to this.
You created Litecoin, right? So this has to be something like you're incredibly passionate about.
Yeah, as most of you probably know, I kind of created it just for fun, right? Didn't really expect it to become anything.
Charlie, why don't you just say you created it as an effing joke? Because that's all it was. What's the difference between saying, oh, I created it for fun, and just saying you created it as a joke? Like, what's the difference? Like, in my mind, there is no difference, because he treated it like a joke anyway. He exit scammed at prices which were $98, $155, and $350 per coin. And that's according to the Litecoin Foundation. I estimate that he's walked away with about 300 million. You know, the greatest exit scam in history. Right, Bitcoin. Wow, look at this. So Huobi fancying it. I mean, Huobi is a huge miner. They're a huge miner. So maybe they're doing what I'm doing. Maybe they're not in the know, but they're kind of like, hold on a minute, these are the boys we need to follow. You know, and wherever they go, we're going to go, sort of thing. So Tau with 19.44, Hathel still on there. Jihan still fancying a bit for whatever reason. But look at this, F2 pool and pooling. All the Mac Daddies on there now. Gesturing. Maybe it's because they're, maybe looking to switch over at a moment's notice. Who knows? Who knows? Right, let's have a look at the blockchain working in front of our very eyes. Here we go. Right, and generating huge transactions at the moment, with nearly 50% of the transactions on chain, and is the Awareness Neutral Network Explorer. Yes, indeed. And we've currently got nearly three transactions per second at the moment. Again, nothing for Bitcoin, as in, like, I've seen that over 3,000. The vertical rectangular blocks are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. Below them are the organizations generating those transactions. And then on the right, we've got the transaction ID, the input, the output, the type, and the op return. Then they are thrown into the meme pool. And when they're in the meme pool, they are then competed for by the miners in order to process the transactions, put them in a block, put the block on the blockchain, and win the Coinbase, which is the 6.25 Bitcoin block rewards. So we've got quite a big block here from Tau. That's a 13 megabyte block. So if we scroll over that one, we can see in the highlighted rectangular box below that it's got the hash number of the block. It tells us who it was mined by, the size, the time, the date, the transaction count, 13,000 transactions, and total fees of $7 in a block. So as we know, for anybody who's been watching my show, those fees in the block are due to, anticipated to surpass the block reward, which is $1,000 in Q1 of this year, which is going to be massive. So you can expect huge volumes of transactions coming on chain, massive ones. Let's see if we can find that lovely picture. Is it down here somewhere? Using it on my other show. That's the one we want. Yeah, so look at this. Crossover anticipated around Q1 2021. Look at this. So this is BSV daily transactions. I mean, look. Somebody knows something. So this is just absolutely staggering. So they are coming from somewhere, and we see all the things being built at the moment. It's just going to be absolutely massive, absolutely massive. So let's have a quick look at BitInfo charts. Have a look at transactions. When it comes up for any newbies, BitInfo charts has just got lots of metrics you can compare your shitcoins with. It's great looking at the rich list because it tells you how many Bitcoin and shitcoin are in each wallet. These are the various metrics, and if you go to BitInfo charts, you can see the various shitcoins across the top that you can compare. And then in the blue tabs on the left tells you the metrics you can use. So we'll look at transactions per block. We'll go to log. We'll go for 3 years. We'll take out Dogecoin because that's an absolute joke. We'll obviously add in Bitcoin because that's the only reason we're actually looking at it anyway. There we go, and that's BSV. And then we'll just add a Bcrush for lulz anyway because it matches Litecoin. There we go. So for anybody who's watching this for the first time, we go, oh, what's that? Well, this is Bitcoin. So how come Bitcoin started there then? Well, this represents transactions on a new ticker symbol. It doesn't mean the chain started there. The chain still goes right the way back to the Genesis block. All that's happened is that the price has changed. That's all it is. The chain has not stopped. But, you know, the price is still to do with social manipulation and stuff like that. So, right, there we go. Let's have a look at the shitcoin market. Because we need to talk about what went on recently. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we do. So, it looks like Bitcoin's up on the day, but is it down on a week? You know, all these shitcoiners have been crying over the fact that it's gone down. Oh, it's still up on the week, but look, fall from grace. So at its peak, it was 41,600, and now it's dropped down to 35. So that's a drop of 6 grand. So what, 4 grand would be like 10%. So this is like what, like 12%. You know, drop. I mean, it's not that bad compared to. You know, compared to other drops we've seen, but we know what's coming. I wouldn't be in that. Absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. Still up on the month, but again, you know, why would shitcoiners go in now when it's hit this top? And we know that it's just simply Tether that's been pumping the price. All this talk of institutional money is absolute bollocks. But let's have a look at Bitcoin because that's the only one I'm really genuinely interested in. Oh, price go down a little bit, but let's see what happened this week. This is what we got to talk about. Here we go. Whoa. Hold on. Sorry about that. Just need to turn my volume off on my phone. Can't be dealing with getting interrupted while I'm doing a live show. There we go. Here we go. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Wow. So the price was like nicely bobbing along. And as I'm saying, you know, when the price is doing this, this is the time to get in. Either I know people that FOMO'd in when the price started going up, and it was just like, you know, if you're going to go in, you should be going in. You know, what is the point in waiting? You think, oh right, well yeah, so I'm only going to go in when the price goes up. So well, if you're only going to go in when the price goes up, that means effectively you're trading and you're gambling, because you know you're basically saying, oh well, you know, I need this money as cash. I need the cash flow. Whereas, you know, as if you'd just gone in here, you're just like, all right, number go up. You know, this is pretty sweet. But if you want to know what caused this, I mean, it went right up to $300. This was caused by Donald Trump going on to, well, a profile on Twitch under the name of Donald Trump. So again, we are still waiting for confirmation of this, but whereas, like, I mean, let's talk about, you know, what we've experienced so far with the boys at Twitch. We know they are jokers. You know, we know that they've got a really wicked sense of humor. You know, it's genuinely really funny. You know, but they've done jokes before just to get attention, like, yeah, the Kanye West like coming on, you know, all this kind of stuff, and it was funny. There was no one. There wasn't really any, nobody jumped on board with it because, well, you know, none of the official channels, because it was a joke. However, 2 days prior to this profile, claiming to be Donald Trump, making a post on Twitch, Tao focused all of their hash rate, 100% of it, on Bitcoin. And I spotted it on my show. I said, look, I think there is something happening here. And Coin Yeezy had been going on probably for about 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days, you know, saying, oh, you know, I think the price is about to break out, all these comments. And then CSW sort of like, you know, getting involved with the joke, going, oh, you know, the frog has been pumping the price without my permission, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was funny. Do you know what I mean? But you know, this was serious. I mean, look, they made a substantial increase in the price. Yeah, I've emailed, or I've messaged the profile, I've sort of like messaged the people at the top. You know, if it was a joke, I think they would just simply be able to admit it. You know, there's no harm in just admitting, yeah, it was a joke, we were pulling everyone's leg. What's with all the radio silence? You know? I think there's a possibility, just because of the points that I've mentioned, I think there's a chance it could be genuine. We've seen that he's been kicked off Twitter, and we've seen that it's been like a big tech takedown of all these freedom of speech platforms, you know, and all that. I think it could be absolutely massive. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch the full episode on Streamanity for just 20 cents. Go to www.satoshi.tv. See the link in the description below. Bitcoin, one world, one chain.
Yeah, one vision.